Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Arc Synergy. Make sure you stick around. Today we're going to go over another state licensure information. So in those videos, you'll get all the information that you need in order to apply to renew your speech language pathology license in any state in the US. So feel free to check out our library of videos. Episodes, we go over each specific state licensure separately so they're easy to find and go through. And without any further ado, let's go into today's episode. This week we are going to cover how to obtain your provisional license in Illinois. Last week we covered how to obtain the full license. So if you missed that episode, go back and we covered everything you needed to do, especially if you're going to work in the school system, any additional things, the timeline, the fees, etc. So without any further ado, let's get started for the provisional license. If you have your degree, so if you've completed your master's degree, but you haven't completed your provisional CF experience, Illinois will issue a temporary license for that period. It is valid for 12 months, which is less time than some other state. Most other state give you a full 24 or 36 months, but in Illinois, the provisional license is valid for 12 months, and you are allowed to renew. I'll talk about that in a bit. And here's what you need to do and what you need to plan around for. So as I've mentioned before, after you obtain your master's degree or your doctoral degree from a division-approved program, you will need to have passed the praxis exam before the provisional license is issued. So Illinois requires the exam up front, which is some other state let you take the exam while you're completing your CF. But for Illinois, you need to take the exam and have your scores be sent directly from ETS when you apply. You must submit a certification that a licensed SLP has agreed to supervise your professional experience before the temporary license is issued. So make sure that you confirm who is going to supervise you if you've already secured a job so that they can fill out the paperwork with you. So here are your application checklist for the temporary license. So you need to complete the application for the temporary license. The fee is $75 and that fee is non-refundable. You need to have your official transcript from your graduate program sent directly to the division. You need the praxis score sent from ETS to the division as well. And of course, like we said, the certification of supervision arrangement from a licensed SLPs. So it's pretty straightforward for Illinois. You don't need any extra things. So as long as you have all of those, you should be good to apply for the temporary license. I hope that today's episode have been really enjoyable for you so far. Please take the time to leave us a review, to leave us a comment, and to like today's episodes. It will really help us develop those videos and put them out faster. And if you have the time, feel free to check out the Arc Synergy app on both iOS and Android. The app is free and there's a free clinician plan, so you don't have to worry about doing any subscription to get started in the app. And let me know what you think. Now, let's get back into the episode. The temporary license, like I said at the beginning of the episode, is valid for 12 months from the date of insurance. It can be renewed one time for an additional 12 months, but only under extenuating circumstances. Specifically, they mention military service or incapacitating illnesses. So this is not a routine extension like other states. So if you are running into a timeline issues for other reason, I would not count on the renewal being approved. So I would really try to complete the CF within that year. But if you do qualify for the renewal, the fee is $50. If you are completing your supervised experience in Illinois school settings, so you will need dual credential requirements, mainly because there are some certification required for Illinois, which I covered in the full license episode last week. So you can go, I went into full details, but you'll need a temporary license and a professional educator license with an SLP endorsement. And you will need to pass an exam as well, starting January of this year. That is a new requirement. And you would also have to make sure that during your practicum while you were in graduate school, you would have completed some supervised experience hours in a school-based setting. Otherwise, that would be a requirement for you to do before you do your CF in the school system. And for the timeline, you expect approximately 8 weeks for the license to be processed. We keep all the board contact information that include their phone number and their email address on the Arc Synergy app. And it's always kept updated, so you can always check that to reach out to the board if you have any additional questions. So to review briefly what you need to do for the Illinois Provisional License, so you need to complete your praxis, you need to arrange your supervision and complete that form to submit with your application. The license is valid for 12 months and is renewable, but only in specific cases. So you really need to plan to complete your CF within the year that you obtain your license. Thanks for listening to today's episode. Next week, we will cover the renewal process for Illinois SLP licenses. So including if you have a lapsed license or if you're thinking about letting your license expire, what you should expect in order to reactivate that license. Thanks for listening.